We had a lot of people living in Brixton and all those, outlying areas. And we were in the final, and I said, they used to be in the grass here. They used to sit in the grass here. And so we had a full house. And it's obvious that we had more West Indians than Australians. And so we were quite, I wouldn't say we were unhappy with the situation. We had support. It was a very, very hot and a beautiful day. Um, and it was good for cricket. It was a full house playing at Lord's, the first final, and being in the first final. Yes, I think what we did, I think we tossed for who would be the home side, because the home side normally tossed if they won the toss, would be the home side, so he would have to spin because he would be the home dressing room, and that happened actually, and it was a gorgeous day. It was hot. It was over. It was boiling over with West Indians, and had people in the grass. It was really great spectacle. It was wonderful. And there were a few nerves, I presume, around because it was the first World Cup final, and we, who still were not the favourites, um, coming against the Australians, the tough professional Australians, and they were ruling the world at the moment. But when we went out to bat and so on, we lost a couple of early wickets. Roy Fredericks got out. He hit a six, but he sort of trod in his stumps. I went out to bat, and then I met Rohan Kanai, and I was dropped at mid wicket by Ross Edwards. But from then on, everything just hit the middle, and Rohan was playing beautifully too. So the two of us repaired the situation and put us in a very strong position, and we knew once we got to over 250, it would be a winning total. And when I got out and Rohan got out, I think Derek Murray and the others sort of just chipped in nicely, and we got to 291. And guys were already, the West Indians already had the sign up, the cup is ours. I don't think they knew much about Viv, that he was now coming through. And they didn't know what type of field he was, if he had a good arm or not. And he did. He had a tremendous arm. And he got onto the ball rather quickly. And at times when they're very injudicious, at times when they decided to go for a couple of singles. And he was right there, pounced in it. At one stage I was right over the stumps, and they, one of the Australian batsmen, and he was stranded. And he was electric during that when we were in the field. It got very close towards the end because, the last pair, they needed 30 odd in 7 overs, and they were, balls would go into the crowds, and the crowds thinking that they'd won, and these guys were running up and down, and I remember Dickie Bird telling them, "Well, no, I'm sorry, you have to, we'll give you 4 or whatever it was," and it got there was mayhem at one stage where we thought somebody had got bowled or something, and the crowd came out, and these guys kept running. It was chaotic at one stage, but then eventually, when Derek ran out, I think it was Jeff Thompson, the crowd came on, and it was memorable. It was one of those unforgettable days. It was, to see West Indians happy. And I remember we throwing some bottles of champagne down to the guys who supported us, and some of them drank it too quickly, and it was going up his nose, and he was all. It was, it was, but it was great for our cricket because we were the world champions at least for 4 years, and 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 I was new to captaincy, and it did a lot for our cricket because we the monetary side of it was pretty good because we could never have a reciprocity situation with the Australians and the English guys or India because they have more people. We had small stadiums. We had, and our population was just over 5 million people. So that meant that whenever we were going we can ask for a pretty good sum of money because we were coming as champions. So that gave us and we didn't have any money at that time. So winning the World Cup gave us, a lot more money of such because the further you got into the competition, the more money you got. And I was told that we were broke during that period when we started, but I think the prize money was £1,000 or something like that, or was it 500? I can't remember, somewhere around there. And we got 100. I remember our fee. Yes, £100 for the tournament. Wasn't a king's ransom, but money was never something that we talked in those days. You just wanted to do well, and it's good to see now that cricketers are being paid a fair wage for their toil. But to me, it gave our cricket the lift that was needed. And other countries, Sri Lanka, who were just coming into India, and I think one-day cricket. That was the birth of one-day cricket as such, because it was well supported. It was with television, spectators. We had. It was really good for the game, because another part of the game was coming through one-day cricket. We played good, intelligent cricket, and we were deserved winners. But Australia, played as tough as they normally do, and they too were the finalists. But I thought that it was a terrific tournament, and I was glad to be part of it, and having won that trophy for the first time, it was excellent.